Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Luxury Calling. Today I'm going to cover 10 of the most expensive animated movies Disney has made thus far. Let's get into the video. Number 10, Coco, $175 million. Thanks to Disney teaming up with Pixar, we all had the privilege of watching Coco in 2017. The adorable film revolved around the Day of the Dead, a Mexican tradition where families open their homes to those who have passed and remember their names. Costing Disney $175 million to make, Coco absolutely crushed box offices, making over $800 million around the world.
The one night of the year our ancestors...
Number 9, Inside Out. Inside Out was incredibly innovative with one of the most unique storylines ever depicted. The Pixar x Disney movie revolved around a young girl named Riley and the emotions she felt. Disney turned those emotions into characters that we fell in love with. We saw Amy Poehler as joy, Louis Black as anger, Phyllis Smith as sadness, Mindy Kaling as disgust, and more. With a talented group of voice actors and an incredible plot, Inside Out cost a reported $175 million to make and made over $857 million.
We gave up that Brazilian helicopter.
Number 8, Wall-E, $180 million. In Wall-E, we see an adorable robot living in the 29th century. Humans have turned to Earth into a trash-filled land, forcing humans and robots alike to live elsewhere. Wall-E the robot is curious and shows raw emotion due to his fascination with collectibles and his adorable love for another robot named Evie. Disney and Pixar spent $180 making this and made $533 million in box office.
Arrest that robot.
Number 7, Brave, $185 million. In 2012, the role fell in love with Disney's Brave. Merida was one of the first Disney princesses to not have a love interest, not want a love interest, and was a true pioneer. Based in Scotland, Merida is a Scottish princess who is trying to be set up by her royal parents. Merida has other plans though. She'd rather be an archer and explore the forest than be forced to marry someone due to an old law. The movie cost $185 million and made $540.
Should the firstborn must compete for the hand of the fair.
Number 6, Finding Dory, $20 million. By this point, who hasn't seen Finding Dory? I actually have not seen Finding Dory. The adorable sequel to Finding Nemo was bound to happen after Dory stole the show with her adorable personality, optimism, and forgetful nature. Its predecessor, Finding Nemo, cost $95 million to make, but Finding Dory went all out, splashing $200 million on this film. And $105 million seems like a large increase. The underwater classic made a whopping $1 billion though.
Them, my mom, my dad. I have a family. They don't know where I am. Let's go. We have to go.
Number 5, Toy Story 3, $200 million. The world cannot get enough of the Toy Story franchise. The films take years to create, but every second is accounted for because every film is a visual masterpiece. In 2010, Toy Story 3 revolved around Woody and the gang as they try to make it back home to Andy after being accidentally donated. With Andy going away to college, the toys were happy to be played with by new kids, but the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Some kids can be very rough with toys. Toy Story 3 spent $200 million and made $1 billion back.
Time to be hysterical.
It's the perfect time to be hysterical.
Should we be hysterical?
Number 4, Toy Story 4, $200 million. Following its predecessor, Toy Story 4 came out 9 years later, which was just enough time for fans to get their fill on Woody, Buzz, and the whole gang. This time around, the toys found a new home with an adorable little girl named Bonnie. This movie cost $200 million to make, but made back $1 billion in the box office.
Bo? Forky, come on. Bo?
Hi there, my name is Gabby.
Number 3, The Incredibles, $200 million. The Incredibles can, at times, be an underrated franchise. This family of superheroes deserves more credit for their heroism and for Disney's fun storyline. With the first Incredibles coming out in 2004 and costing Disney $92 million to make, they spent $200 million in making the sequel. In this film, we see the Pixar family try to bring out the best of the superheroes, and it made over $1.2 billion.
We need to change people's perceptions about superheroes.
Number 2, Monsters University, $20 million. How adorable is the Monsters Inc. universe? Seeing a bunch of silly monsters try to be scary when they'd rather be giggling was an adorable concept. It also made kids rewire their brains with how they handle imaginary scary thoughts. The first movie, Monsters Inc., came out in 2001 and cost around $115 million to make. But its sequel, Monsters University, cost $200 million to make and made around $744 million in the box office.
Boy.
Whoa! That was awesome.
Number 1, Tangled, $260 million. We finally reached the most expensive animated film to created by Disney. Tangled was the enchanting story of Rapunzel after being kidnapped by a magic-crazed woman. Rapunzel spent her days hiding in a tower. She spent 16 years of her life never knowing what the outside world was like or the fact that she was, in fact, a princess. Kinda just like my life, except I'm not a princess. The movie came out in 2010 and cost around $260 to $70 million to make. Tangled went on to be successful, making $591 million in the box office. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any other videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.